All righty. We've got another women's title match, and that is Bianca Belair defending her WWE Raw Women's Championship against Asuka. This one is, I don't know how much invested into this match that I am. How about you? Like, do you see this being a really good match? Both competitors are great. I don't want to take that away from. I don't know that the storyline is there, so I'm not as invested into whomever wins this match.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, the match quality is going to steal the hour, so to speak, of whenever they're on, because they're both excellent. Bianca Belair has been a fantastic champion over the better part of 2 years. She won the belt a couple years ago, and then had like the fluke loss to Becky Lynch at SummerSlam 2021. But I mean, she's been dominant for a year, since she won it last WrestleMania. Asuka's just kind of like a placeholder, I mean, she came back with a whole new like look. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Asuka. Yeah, she's one of my favorites. But it's weird. I don't see her needing to win. I think a victory by Asuka would be oddly damaging to Bianca Belair. I mean, both women are going to be fine regardless of the outcome. I don't think that, kind of what you're saying, there hasn't been enough storyline build to it that's been unique that would even justify taking the belt off of Belair. Because it's been that very generic, like, rivals tagging up in a match and getting in each other's way that you've seen a million times before. So I would hate to see a historical run of over a year with that belt come to an end at a very lackluster and uninspired story. So I would just imagine it's gonna be a really good match, but Bianca Belair is going to still walk out as the Raw Women's Champion.
I agree with you that that Bianca's going to keep it, unless, I'm going to pose this question to you: if Asuka were to win it, and it's not Bianca, who do you think could possibly go up against Asuka and possibly take the title off of her to have a new reign? Do you think that they might do something like that?
I mean, it's just weird because the women's roster, I think, there's a lot of women, on Raw and SmackDown, but like, so many of them are either like, it's a really great divide, right? You've got like your main eventers, like a Charlotte Flair, like a Ronda Rousey, like a Bianca Belair, and those women have held the belt so many times that they're kind of boring, so they wouldn't be an exciting challenger. But on the other side of it, you've got the women like a Doudrop, like a Candice LeRae, kind of like a Sonya Deville, who have been pushed so far in the other direction that they don't even like make sense possibly to be another contender. So that's why I'm so uninspired in this match and so unsure. I think that somebody that might be watching right now, if you're following NXT more carefully than we are, maybe you might know about some women that might be on the verge of getting called up, and they may be a better matchup for one or the other of these two women, and that might help some people make the decision. But as it is right now, I'm just going to say Bianca Belair and just kind of move on, I guess, to the next match. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was very disappointed on how they handled Nikki Cross's title championship reign. I
yes,
really enjoyed her as a champion, and the way they just kind of punked her out. I was really sad about that. Doudrop has a lot of these women that if they gave them the storyline, if they gave them the push, they would be awesome. They would be great. And it almost reminds me a little bit of, your Attitude Era / early 2000s, when like the women's division, really like the Diva division, kind of evolved. Your two big main ones were Trish and Lita. Every now and then you get a Molly Holly mixed in there, Jazz, mixed in there. But for the most part, a lot of the title holders during that time frame was Trish and Lita. And now you've kind of got that same thing where you've got your Bianca, you've got your Charlotte, prior to leaving, had your Sashas and your Baileys. There's only those two or three that kind of hold the title for a brief period of time for those 2, 3, 4, 5 years before they need to start reinventing who's feuding, who's going to hold the title. So I don't know. I definitely am going to go with Bianca on this one. But what do you think? Do you think Bianca is going to still keep the title? Or do you think that Bianca is not ready for Asuka? Or is this going to be your bathroom break? I don't know. You leave those comments down below and tell us what you think of who's going to walk out the champion